Yeah, I gotta talk about this. If a woman doesn't follow your leadership, there's something wrong with you. I hear a lot of these goofballs, these fake red pillars, and a lot of other guys who may mean well, but they are missing the concept. They are missing the point. Yes, I'm out in. I'm coming. I'm actually leaving Chapel Hill, about to go home for a bit and do some things. So then I'm working later tonight. Yeah, I'm about to talk about this. I am so fucking. Before I even get in here, before I even start talking, you hit that like button. You hit that like button. You share this video. Don't be afraid to share. Get the facts out there. We need to get this information out here. Support this content. You support the concept. You support the content. You can support this show via donations, via Cash App and PayPal. Links will be in the description box and in the pinned comment. And you can go on my profile to click on the links too. So I've realized that things have took a turn for the worse, aside from, the cost of living, which is, with this fake ass inflation, corporate greed. You got to pay 3 times the rent. You got people being evicted left and right. People struggling to pay their car note, pay car insurance, pay health insurance, home insurance. You're struggling. People losing their minds when it comes to, you got banks overdrafting because people are struggling from paycheck to paycheck. Even your so-called people who are upper echelon. If you're in the middle class, you are struggling. In the bottom you're struggling, but if you are a working class person, just working, middle and upper, even working class, close to the work. Hold on 1 second. Working below the poverty line. You're working below the poverty line. It's nobody cares, especially if you're a man. They don't give a shit. Nobody cares. We're being lowballed by this gynocratic, capitalistic, whole-ass government. And it seems like I pay 3 times the rent to get an apartment. Hey, this shit is so inhumane. Cost of food, and the food is just very low quality. They try to make sure you can't garden in your, within your residence. You can't garden to survive. You can't eat to live. You can't even collect. It's like, then you got how the policies of the removal of critical race theory. Then you got the gender politics. We got 6 different genders, and they're targeting our children. And then you got the believe all heifers. This is just another way to this. This is just another way, and unfortunately, you got melanated women who are useful idiots to just lynch black men just because. This is, you seeing the aggression through misandry. You seeing how we are being oppressed as people across the board, racially across the board, economically, and when it comes to classes across the board. We are being oppressed through misandry. Misogyny ain't got nothing on misandry. As a matter of fact, misogynists are created through misandrous heifers and these misandric simp-ass males. A lot of misogynists, the misogynistic males, and you may have your misogynistic females, but y'all still sound cold. A lot of feminists are anti-woman. They don't believe in womanhood. They just want the benefits when it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? But it's just ridiculous at this point. It's just ridiculous. Misandry creates misogyny, but nobody want to have that conversation. And if you fuck with the message, hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal. If y'all can make these people wealthy, and they're talking, they're not talking real stuff. They're just using popular surface shit, talking points that are ineffective as fuck. They're not trying to get policy change. They're not about no revolutionary talk. Many of you are not interested. You just want to be entertained. Look, there's a time and place to be entertained, but when it comes to serious shit as adults, as grown people, you wonder why the youth don't respect us. The thing that trips me out is this: if I'm a man who's well-to-do, I may not be a millionaire. I may be just living paycheck. Obviously, I'm living paycheck to pay. I don't make six figures. Struggling. I got weight issues. I got mental health issues and issues with health, weight. For the stuff I just dealt with, I'm just dealing with. Plus, I got a lot of stress on me right now, and it's hard to be motivated to get the message out there where you don't get no support. Cash hours each. Can y'all do that? People are struggling out here, but y'all like to be stroked. You like to be sweet nothings. Y'all don't respect substance. But I'm so sick of this. If a man does not do X, Y, Z for a woman, he can do everything, but she'll find fault in him. He's less of a man. He's not qualified. What makes her qualified? If men had the same asshole type of judgments when it came to women, real like the standards and shit, be real shallow like these heifers are. I'm not saying you don't have shallow men out here. I'm not saying that. Men get caught out for being shallow, especially nowadays. Men get canceled for having a preference. And he's not being disrespectful. He's not being extra. A man don't. We can't even go outside the country and celebrate us enjoying life, meaning enjoying a new culture, enjoying visiting different countries, and enjoying and just wanting to become a citizen in that country and fighting for due citizenship. Maybe we can't even enjoy life and just meeting, going overseas, just embracing the culture, the way of life, the people, relationships, sex, businesses. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just stay in this plantation of Babylon, gurnocracy, anti-black misandry, deal with all types of racism. And I'm not saying you don't have those issues overseas, but let's be real. You got to deal with this, and then you got this materialism, capitalism in Western society. That's why it's crumbling. But we're the bad guys. Oh, we can't. Don't say nothing negative about. That's going to be a different video. Oh, I can go overseas. I can take outside my race, or I can go overseas to meet somebody that's non-American, non-FBA, non-American, just non-American, a non-American woman. But don't say nothing bad about American women. Get the fuck out of here. When you got women who always talking shit about men, most women be talking cash shit about men. Mostly women divest. When women go date outside their race, has something negative to say about their race. I've seen this in all races, from finances to his bedroom performance. Women just talking cash, trash men. I'll give you an example. You don't have. Let's just talk about. Then I'm going to get to black women. There's white females who have talked shit about white men. White females have talked shit about white males. But that's okay. But a white male can't talk shit about a white female and his grievances. Asian females can talk shit about Asian males. Now, you can talk about if they're low key or not. That's not what I'm getting at. Asian males can have harsh criticism towards Asian males, justify why they want to deal with these white boys, and then on top of that, talk shit about the size of his penis, the Asian male's penis, and talk about why. And the worst part about the funny part, what I always found funny is that some, especially Asian Americans, or just mainly, talk shit about, they have disdain towards black folks, but black men, but want to sleep with the same black men they have an issue with, based on propaganda and all that shit, anti-blackness, anti-black culture, goofy ass black heifers telling her this shit, because you know that's what goes on too. Talk shit about Asian dudes, then talk, with the comparison and status symbolism, because a lot of these women are into symbolism. Then when it comes to the bedroom performance, talk shit about Asian males and white males and talk about why they like black dick. You've seen this across. This is across. You got white females talking cash shit. Men in general being fetishized, being exploited based on how much money you make, based on just your image, your height and weight. There's women who are low chasers, fetishized big dudes. That women will find attractive and man will blow your mind. They're kinks, they're fetishes. But a man, you talking about in the intimate setting where that's kind of allowed, but it's not really allowed. You have black women talking shit about black men, uplifting white males, that Asian males, Latinos. I mean, on social media about white males and uplifting white males, Latinos, and Asian males, and the Arab Indian, putting them on a pedestal. While they divest, while they go overseas, while they hop the fence, but they can't keep their mouth shut. Black women can be very opinionated and talk shit about all groups of people, but she's off limits. White females can do all types of foul shit and run her damn mouth, but you can't check her on it. The pornography. The point I'm trying to say is trash. That a lot of you dudes do not want to. This is why I support Green Gorilla, and then Dr. T. Hassan Johnson. I fuck with JD Black. You know what I'm saying? The thing is that you can't have no grievances. You're considered weak and feminine, but you're condemned if you have if you're an emotionalist. You have no empathy and sympathy. You're condemned as a man. It's just you can't make this shit up. On top of that, you got women who do not respect male leadership and authority. They respect the status quo. It's like to be a leader, you got to be a billionaire. When their fathers, their grandfathers and great grandfathers were never multimillionaires. Many of these men didn't even make six figures. Many of these men were not Brad Pitt. They were not the Ken doll. But yet they got these unrealistic You're not a man. You can't tell what a woman's supposed to do. You're called a misogynist. You're old fashioned. Yeah, it's outdated, but they want you to be traditional when it's convenient for them. They want you to be modern when it suits them. You see the hypocrisy. Oh, I if you don't if a woman doesn't not want to be fit, firm, and cooperative, then you're a terrible leader. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I can tell you that I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I can tell you when I'm pointing about something, when I know what the fuck I'm talking about, when I'm the goat, and the fact that she don't respect what I do in a positive sense, that's her. She wants you to lead the way. She wants to lead from the back seat, and she wants to be. She really wants to be the leader. She wants to lead 70 to 75% of the time. She wants to lead 70% of the time, on average. These modern Western heifers, these fucking heifers, want to lead most of the time. But when it comes to responsibility, you're supposed to take the L. You're supposed to take all the responsibility, and then when stuff gets hard, you're supposed to be the cleanup man. You're supposed to fix it all. But the problem with men being problem solvers, a lot of women don't respect problem solving. They don't respect men who are problem solvers, because how many times have you given women you problem solved, and even if she don't have to agree with all your solutions. I mean, because if it's based on fact, a lot of times the solutions that we told our solutions are not really solutions. Be as that may. So if you're asking me about something, and I'm giving you my knowledge, I'm giving you my understanding, I'm being having empathy and sympathy, but you can't reciprocate that. The fact of the matter is, you should be able to solve your own problems get and learn how to problem solve with a man. The fact that these women were never raised to be like that. Here's the thing. Okay, you might not. She might not. And we talking about. And this is the thing. I don't want to hear this because she was raised by a single mother. I'm really sick and tired of that. You got women who are raised by fathers, and these women are still feminists. You got women who come from a two-parent home, still misandric, feminazi bitches, still 304, still dusty, toxic feminist hoes, side chicks. Came from a two-parent home. It was that. What was that? That chick that was on that Fox News 26, Fox News Houston, and she was talking shit about the passport bros. She came from a well-to-do two. She came from a two-parent home, upper middle class, well-to-do, and guess what? She's a single mother, a two-time a single mother from two children from two different men. She got her OnlyFans. Now she came from a two-parent home. She came from a two-parent home, and she still failed. And she's chubby. No, I'm not saying. I mean, to me, I would want to snuggle, but she don't have. She had a lot of aggression, probably a lot of sexual frustration. There's no feminine energy. I'm not saying a woman who's feminine is just docile and just always softly soft. Because you gotta understand, if you understand, women were warriors too. Women were warriors. There are women who are warriors, but they don't tell you this. I'm not saying a woman gotta be docile, overly agreeable, just I'm not talking about that. Now there are guys if guys who want that, even though it never existed throughout history. You had women who were warriors. You had women who were the most baddest bitches in combat. You had women working. There was no resting in my femininity. No, heifer, you need to wake the fuck up to your femininity. This I want to be spoiled as a daughter, spoiled child. But see, the problem is with the two-parent home argument. I said this too. A lot of these fathers, you got a lot of fathers, and the men in her families, the men in her family, as well as the women in her family. A lot of these dads are male feminists. When they get daughters, they become the biggest simps. A lot of these dudes were dogging out women. Now you got the guys who are. Now I'm not saying that. Here's the thing. There are men who had, she came from a two-parent home, good mother and father. The father tried to tell her stuff. She didn't listen. She was rebellious. you got fathers and, you know, even if you're an uncle, same. You gotta protect her from herself. You gotta protect her from them hyenas. For some reason, a lot of these good girls like to. They're easily intimidated by these hyenas. I don't understand. A lot of these hyena hood rat bitches, these hoes, these bitches, these feminists, they like to they target these good girls, these good women, and convert and ruin them so they can end up like them. These Karens. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you guys don't. You men don't want to hear this. I don't. Y'all too soft on your daughters, man. We need to protect, and actually, we need to prioritize protecting our sons first. I don't care if you don't have a son, because if you cared about the best interests of your daughter, you would make sure you have better men. You have better men. You have better women. That's why I say we need to, all these programs for women. They need to go to men. Help, assistance. They should go to men to build themselves up. Not have these welfare hoes. Not have these OnlyFans heifers. Now you do have men who are simps. A lot of majority of these males are simps in Western society. A lot of these guys are not red pill. They just want to complain and bitch. But when it comes to the nitty gritty, they think by using pulling up statistics and debating with women, and trying and just trying to be the most smartest nigga, the most smartest guy in the room, or try to outsmart her with intelligence, that she's gonna just change. No, sir. I'm not saying. Look, I've corrected women, I've corrected people, and people have corrected me. I changed because I knew no, that was what I had to do to become a better person. Now there's some stuff I wouldn't listen to. There's some I didn't, but I learned. You got to learn how to agree to disagree in a respectful way. Now you say some disrespect, I'm gonna cuss your ass out. I don't care if you think I'm being feminine and emotional. You ain't. I have feelings too. Okay. I know that's not popular to say. We're human. The most dangerous man is a man who has no who has no emotions, who's heartless. The most dangerous person is a female who's toxic, feminist minded, emotionally retarded, emotionally just dysfunctional and toxic and extra. And you can say she heartless too. And a lot of these women are you have too many narcissistic females out here. That's the problem. We don't want to really have this real conversation. A woman who don't want to get on my program, I have a program. And the program is actually mental and emotional, spiritual. Before at work ethic. I'm not going to talk about the material of things. It's about that. It's a value system, and you can have all the money in the world if you don't got no value system. If you don't have a mental and emotional pro of establishing that program, it's based on the value system of the man. If you don't stand for anything as a man, then you don't have a program. So you can have all the money in the world, all the status and shit. You don't have that. She's gonna run circles all over you, man. Okay. We talk about men who are good dudes, men who are good hearted, men who do the right thing. We ain't talking about you bums. We ain't talking about you dusty criminals. We ain't talking about you we ain't talking about you abusers. And I don't understand why women want to try to say, but see, they tell themselves because that's what they're drawn to because they have that toxic energy, that toxic bastardized spirit. That they are very degenerate. So women, you attract who the fuck you are. A lot of y'all raise these people that way. Your daughters and your sons like that. Regardless if you're a single mother or you have a husband. Mm-hmm. It's the mindset. Your program starts with your mind, your mental, your value system, and your emotional. Okay, spiritual. You don't have those things established. I mean, it's a working It's like it's a working progress, but it should be solidified at a certain point. It should be and you have to keep progressing to be so it can be solid. You have to maintain that too. thinking discipline. If a woman don't want to respect your leadership, and this has nothing to do with what she been through, dealt with. We all dealt with fucked up shit in life. This is life. We need to be the change we need to be. Okay, it has nothing to do with how she was raised. It has nothing really. It does. I'm not saying it doesn't, but what type of family structure she had, money or no money, from the city to the suburbs, the country, the hood, Cheryl Park. It don't matter, man. It's you got to look at the environment, the culture of the situation. That nobody when we want to talk about. That's too deep. Oh, we don't want to focus on that. That's too. That's it. That's explaining too much. Well, wait a minute. You don't want to. So you don't want to get to the root of the problem. You see what I'm talking about? Nobody wants to get to the root of this stuff. All I'm saying is, if she don't want to, it's just misandry. If they don't want to follow your lead, don't deal with them. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm feeling better.